Good morning. And one more time, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. If you have not done so already, please turn off your phones. And as Robert Booth says at Founders, if you can hear my voice, please. It's been a busy week, so thank you, Gene Micah, for the funny of the week. I didn't have to do any hunting. Here we go, from Gene Micah. A little old lady failed the written driving test 4 times. At the 5th attempt, she was determined to pass, but the test once again had this same question. You are driving at 100 miles per hour. On your right is a wall. On your left is a cliff. On the road, you see an old man and a young man. What will you hit? The woman walked up to the examiner and said, I've answered this question all 4 ways. Wall, cliff, old man, young man. Yet I failed it all 4 times. How is this possible? What am I supposed to hit? The examiner replied, the brakes. Hey, Gene. Who's here for the first time? Any virgins in the crowd?
Yes, we do have virgins in the crowd. We do have virgins in the crowd from Irving, Texas.
All right.
We have Ron.
Welcome, Ron.
And our international virgin of the day is Franklin from Managua, Nicaragua.
Sage USA in the house.
Sage USA is in the house. And as far away from Nicaragua as you can get. From Oceanside, Long Island. We have Amanda. That's it.
All right. Thank you for joining us all. Quick recap. Thank you all for joining us with the Expo. You made it a huge success. Thank you for everybody that worked it. Wonderful day. Thank you. Next week is our Halloween celebration. Please come in costumes if you can. Randy Adler has provided some prizes. Complete Home Care will be sponsoring. They will offer some prizes, so we will have a fine time. Danny, is Danny here with us? Yes. Hello.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday.
Morning.
I'm happy to be back after, taking a couple of Tuesdays off. But anyways, thank you all for being here today. So today, as every other day, we are offering HIV testing here at the center. But actually today, since it is Tuesday, we also partner with AHF to offer you all STI testing as well, all the other STIs. And if you're interested in PrEP, we can answer any questions that you might have and actually help you get your prescription today and live with your prescription today. In addition, every week here at the center, we have all these wellness holistic classes to help your sexual and mental health, right? By providing you a safe space to do cardio, strength, stretching, and some well-needed meditation. We all need some meditation. I know I do. So today at 6 p.m. we have yogic movement and meditation. It is a great class because it combines a little bit of yoga and some meditation. So it's very peaceful to get into it with yourself, with your body, with your mind. I totally recommend it. The instructor is amazing. Her name is Stardust. And I totally recommend you guys go and attend this event. You can register online at Eventbrite. And all the information is also on our website. So last week, I was not here, but on October 15th, besides being my birthday, it was also National Latinx AIDS Awareness Day. As part of this celebration, in Broward County, we have the Hispanic Leadership Awards, which are celebrated every year to to present awards to leaders in the community that are making a difference in the Latinx community to raise awareness for HIV, for AIDS, for testing, for prevention, for condoms, for PrEP, for everything that will help you live a better life and protect yourself when it comes to sexual health. So every year these events take place, and they're taking actually place today at the United Church of Christ from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. As I told you, this is something that we put together in Broward County, and this is in combination with the health department and also the Latinos en Acción advisory work group. Latinos en Acción means Latins in Action. I am part of that work group, and it is a Broward County HIV Prevention Planning Council group. So you'll see people from different organizations tonight at this event, and also from the Latinx community. So if you guys are free tonight, I'll invite you to come out. I'll be nominated for a couple awards. Again, it'll be at 5:30 p.m. at the United Church of Christ. It'll be free dinner and some entertainment. So October, this whole month of October has been LGBTQ plus History Month, and it has also been National Kink Month. You know how much I love my kink, right? So this is the perfect time to try something new. And spice up your sex life, explore, domination, submission, foreplay, role play, and impact play, right? Why not? So you may come out screaming and begging for more. But specifically on Monday, October 20th, it was National Love Your Body Day. I think we all go through some stages in which we don't love our bodies, but it is the most important and valuable thing that we have in our lives. It is our body, and we only get one, so we gotta love it, and we gotta, take care of it. But Love Your Body Day is a national event that encourages people to challenge unrealistic and unhealthy beauty standards, and to speak out against industry that profit from people's dissatisfaction of their bodies. This event or celebration, National Awareness Day, was first introduced by the National Organization for Women, NOW, the foundation. So, see your body as a playground. And if your friend lets you, also see his body as a playground. So, explore every inch of it, love every curve, and never apologize for the pleasure that is being your unapologetic self. Own it, show it, and with lube, it always feels better. And like I always say, have fun with sex, make it your own, but please do it safely. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. And so, our Women with Pride coordinator, Miss Diane.
Good morning, Danny. I have some questions. So
I don't think he has the answer.
where's Blanca? Good morning. My name is Diane Papafotis. I'm the Women with Pride coordinator, and I want to start off thanking Boo for letting me use his office last week. It was a pleasure. Great big space. I really appreciate it. Where's Rebecca? I think Rebecca's going on vacation in a couple weeks. So I'll be borrowing your office. Just want to update you on a couple of events that have previously happened. Last week, Equality Park After Dark, we had a women's meetup. It was one of the best Equality Park After Dark, not because it was the women's meetup, but it was so much fun. We had a lot of people. We had entertainment. I saw John there. If you haven't been to that event, I highly recommend you going. It's so much fun. We had a blast. And the next one is going to be, I think it's November 19th. Does anybody know what date that is?
The third Thursday.
The third Thursday. It was a really great event, so I encourage you to go to that. We had on Saturday, before the Active Aging Expo, we had the Making Strides Walk. Ed Broward at Amaranth Bank Arena. And I want to thank you to everyone who donated. So much appreciated. We had a really fun time. We've raised just shy of $1,500. The donations are still coming in. You have time to donate. We're taking donations for another 2 weeks. And speaking of donations, we have an event coming up on November 9th, and if you're interested, it's a paint and sip. It's called Save the Tatas, and it's art with Helena. So we're going to be, we're going to be painting some tatas for those of you that are interested. But if you're not interested in painting tatas, but you want to know how to paint, it's a great event. Helena's an amazing artist. She really shows you she has patience, and you can learn how to paint. So that's on November 9th.
Question.
Yes.
Are we actually painting tatas or are we painting our own tatas?
I don't know. We've had some models in the past, but I'm not sure about this one. Are we even allowed to do that? Okay, maybe not your tatas, but we will be painting someone's tatas. Good question. And then December 7th, right here in this room, we're going to have a holiday dance. And I know Richard's excited about that. And that's going to be from 2 to 5 p.m. That's going to be a special event. We're going to be collecting food for the Sunshine Cathedral Food Pantry. So thank you very much. See you next week.
Thank you, Diane. So another international visitor here up from Miami-Dade County, Cindy Brown.
Good morning, everybody. Wow, I was up here on Saturday, and here I am again. Amazing, and it was a fabulous expo on Saturday. Thanks everybody who put it together. I saw a lot of you there, and it was wonderful. So, coming up next month, Lambda Living, along with Sage, Franklin, who's back there, who's from Miami also. He came up across the border. And Pride Lines, we're hosting on Monday, November 18th, a Friendsgiving lunch at the Pride Lines location in Miami. And so if any of y'all are from Miami or aren't afraid to take the drive, you're welcome to join us. I'll have all of the information here when I come up next week. If you're interested in joining us. We have our weekly men's group every Wednesday at 4 p.m. There are flyers on the table. We encourage you to check it out, join us. If you're not sure, check it out and see. If you like it, you keep going. And a lot of the folks who participate constantly tell me how much they like the group. And if you are from Miami-Dade County, if you live in Miami-Dade County, we have a special case management program for LGBT elders 55 and older. A special case management program that is only Miami-Dade County residents are eligible for it because of the grant restrictions, but we can offer help with accessing benefits, emergency financial support if your air conditioning breaks, or you need help with your electric bill, or you're moving and need a security deposit. And we have our Lambda Living Online program, which we continue to have lots of online activities. And in January, I'm really excited about this. Diane and I were talking about in January, we're going to have a joint women's program somewhere between here and there. We don't have many women in the room today, but hopefully those who are here will be able to join us in January, and I think that is it. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy. From the Fort Lauderdale International Film Festival, we have Ron.
Hello, thank you for letting me be a part of it today. This is my first time, and Frank introduced me to a lot of you today. We're having our Fort Lauderdale Film Festival November the 8th through the 17th. We're going to be showing 100 films for 10 days, 35 countries, and some of the highlights that we're showing is, if anyone is a big Stella Stevens, if they like her as a starlet, they're going to do an independent documentary on her. Her son is going to be coming to the theater on November 13th. We're doing a bunch of fundraisers also. One of them is called No Address, another documentary about the homeless, and we're going to donate a lot of the proceeds to a bunch of different charities. So if you have time to come out to it, I have extra postcards. It's going to be a fun event. We're going to even have a Barbie party, which should be kind of a highlight. We're going to be doing a lot of charity events, like I said. So I hope you can come join us. It'll be a lot of fun, and we're going to be showing a lot of gay, lesbian, and transgender movies. So we hope that you can be a part of it. And as part of the prizes, I'd like to get 4 tickets for the Halloween prizes as one of the packages. So I hope you can come join us, and it'll be a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Take a second and get later. From AARP, Miss Betty.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you all for stopping by my booth. You cleaned us out by 12:30, so I didn't have to really work anymore. I mean, it was unbelievable how many people passed through. And it was just wonderful, and it was wonderful to see the other vendors. And on that note, AARP has always been one of the top vendors giving $5,000 to the expo. However, there's someone else who gave $5,000. So, and because of that, I'm going to give them $1. So AARP will still be the highest one. So there's 5,001. Now, on a note to AARP, how many people have voted already by mail or in person? Wow, I love you. You're all wonderful. And if you haven't done so, make sure you get out there. It's such an important election, as you all know, very close. And I'm not telling you who I voted for, but you all know. And because when I wear my off badge, you know, we're nonpartisan. But we do wish that you would look at the who is running and what they're in favor of as far as Social Security and Medicare and the things that we need at our age. And some of the younger ones you will need. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for stopping by again, so I didn't have to carry a lot of stuff home. Donald got stuck with a little bit, but it was great on the whole. And we really appreciate you guys. Thank you again.
Thank you, Miss Betty. We have our Director of Development, Miss Rebecca.
Happy Tuesday! All right. Oh, where did my wicket go? Anyway, never mind. So, what do I have for you today? You've got 2 things that I've put on your tables. One is, oh, you're so good. See, I knew that's why we hired you, Abigail. And anyway, so 2 things on the table. One is jamming. How much? Thank you, and you get unlimited. I love the fact that free parking comes first above the free drinks. Like, we're obsessed with free parking. You know what doesn't come with free parking? No, Wicked Madness. Sorry. Wow. Anyway, yes, jamming. Lisa Richards. Tickets are on sale. You can go to our website, wickedmadness. Nope, that's the wrong one. You can go to brightcenterflorida.org to get those tickets. There's also an itty-bitty QR code on that card. You can scan that with your camera. It'll take you straight to the place where you can buy those tickets. I hope to see you all on Saturday. And Wicked Madness, for those of you who have offered to volunteer, you should have got a communication from me on Friday just to keep you in the loop. More communications will be coming, probably not until tomorrow, because we're still working on slotting everyone in on the shifts that they are available for. But I do want to acknowledge that and say thank you so much. We had an amazing turnout for volunteers, and we really, really could not do it without you. For those of you who have chosen to maybe go instead, The QR code is also on the Wicked Manners card in front of you, or you can go to wickedmanners.org and you can find your tickets right there. For those of you who still want to volunteer, there's a wee bit of time. We have a couple of shifts. You can also find the volunteer application there too. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. All right, have a happy Tuesday.
Thank you, Rebecca. It's time for our CEO, Mr. Robert Booth.
You warm my heart when you say that with such gusto.
You don't have that many announcements, do you?
Well, I'm going to go through my
that your binder
childhood.
of women?
So I'm starting at 5. No. So, I just want to echo everyone else's compliments about the Active Aging Expo. Bruce and Shawn did a fabulous job. And then I'm going to recognize our facilities team, because we're not an event space. We don't have this whole team of people that just come in and rearrange and do all this stuff. We rely upon our crew, and I just want to say thank you very much. Alrighty, so I was not here last week because I was in Chicago at the CenterLink National Board meeting and then the conference. And it was like the best conference that I've ever been to in all the years that we've belonged to CenterLink. And so I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes. But while I was gone, and also on Saturday, which was the expo, did you know it was National LGBT Center Awareness Day? No. Well, it's not too late to get us prizes and presents. So, also, did you know that Saturday was National Sweetest Day, not Swedish, like me. Sweetest, like me. Sweetest Day. It was the third Saturday of the month. But not to be outdone, this coming October 25th is the sourest day. So we get to be sweet and then we get to be sour. And for me, that's an everyday occurrence. So, on this day in gay history, we've got a lot. And no, I was not around for this one, but I found it quite humorous. In 1870, Lord Alfred Douglas, British trust fund and dilettante. I wish I had that title behind my name. He was former known as Bosie to the world, and he was the lover of Oscar Wilde. I know. And his father was so enraged by his son's cavorting with the notorious dandy. Remember, they used to use that term, dandy, that he couldn't even spell the word properly when he labeled Wilde a Somadite. So anyway, and then this is a name I'm sure you remember, Derek Jacobi, British actor. Yes, he was always so distinguished and just a beautiful human being and so swarthy. I wish I looked as swarthy as he. In 2021, he won Emmy mocking his Shakespearean background in the television sitcom Frasier. Everyone remember that? And in March 2006, after 27 years together, he registered the civil union with long-term partner Richard Clifford. So, hats off. And then actor Jesse Tyler Ferguson.
Yes.
Everyone knows him from his TV days, and so he is quite the model for us always to look at and emulate and shine some light on him. Now, does anyone remember this date? 1692.
I'm sure you do.
Okay, thank you. So that was the last hanging for witchcraft in the United States. And I find this last little tidbit humorous, because hanging witches is not humorous. Let me be very upfront. But Texas, North Carolina, and Oklahoma are still bitter about it. So, while I was at the summit last week, we had a number of presenters from national organizations. And there was something that I had been debating with over the last couple of months, and when I attended the session, I kicked myself in the rear end, which was really kind of hard to do because I had knee replacement surgery, so it doesn't always go as high as I want. But I've not talked about this from the podium, and I've got 2 weeks left. And so I am going to talk about it because it is a policy. It is Project 2025. So if you've not read it, there's 900 pages. Sorry about that. Came in on Sunday when you weren't here.
Is it in color?
Every page is in color.
Damn it.
No, I didn't. But Project 2025, whether it goes into effect in 2025, depending upon the election, this is not going away. It'll get rebranded Project 2029, Project 2030. It is here to stay, and we all need to know about it because in just our world, the LGBTQ plus world. So it calls on the Department of Justice to defend the First Amendment right of those who would discriminate against LGBT people. So they were saying that it's okay for people to discriminate against us. It recommends the next Department of Health and Human Services to reverse the focus on LGBT and equality and equity, subsidizing single motherhood, disincentivizing work, and penalizing marriage, replacing those policies. And they're wanting to redefine a marriage between a man and a woman only. So they're wanting to strip our marriage equality rights. And then the Project 2025 calls on the next conservative administration to limit the application of the Supreme Court's ruling in Bostock versus Klein, which held that Title VII sex discrimination protections applied to the LGBT people get reversed.
Wow.
There is so much in Project 2025 that will take us back, not even into the 50s, but into the 18th century. So I know I'm preaching to the choir here. I know we have super voters here, but you have neighbors. You have family members. You have people in your world who may not know anything about this because of the news sources that they choose to watch. But you need to make this personal. You need to talk to your neighbor, your family member, and say, this is the direct impact it would have on my life. And if you love me, you will not support this. So I'm going to continue to talk about this for the next couple of weeks. But if you want to take a look at the book, if you haven't read it, I've gone through and I've highlighted whether it's against trans rights or whether it's COVID or whether it's LGBTQ. And I'm not completely done, but this is something that we should be in fear of being implemented, and therefore we need to use our voice, our vote, to express that. So, I have my mail-in ballot, which I'm going to drop off. Of course, I kind of screwed up a little bit. My husband and I were filling it out together. I shoved them in the envelopes, and I didn't realize that my name, I put his sleeve in my envelope. So, I have his that I will drop off, and I will vote, early voting. Do y'all know where early voting places are? It just started yesterday. Please know where you can vote.
Almost every library.
So, just in case, for history's sake, where was the Pride Center located before we moved on this campus? Andrews Avenue, 1717 North Andrews Avenue, which is now Handy, the home of Handy, and that is an early voting place. You can drop off your ballot, and you can also go there to early vote. So that's an easy place to remember. Our old stomping grounds, also over on Sunrise, where our Art Serve is, and we're in what manner? The women's Hagan Park, the Women's Center, Urban League of Women's House.
Near the tennis court.
I couldn't butcher that if I even tried. But know where your early voting places are, all right? So thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you, Robert. Our sponsor today is Trustridge. Miss Palomira, tell us what's going on.
Very
Good
good.
morning, everybody. You know, Trustbridge has been around for a long time. It's actually the same two licenses of two names that we're familiar with that are still our licenses, Hospice by the Sea and Hospice of Palm Beach and Broward County. We've been around for 49 years. We're not for profit, so all the services we provide are free of charge. And yesterday, we're not really a small organization serving these two counties. We took care of 1,864 people yesterday. And we also take care of family members. A lot of people often remark about how much support we brought to their families. But a lot of people don't realize that Medicare actually requires us to have so many volunteers per patient in order for us to get reimbursed by Medicare for the care we do of the patients. So it's very important for us to have a volunteer part in that department that is vibrant. So not only do volunteers work with patients, but we have a lot of diverse, satisfying, rewarding volunteer opportunities, and a lot of people meet new friends. So to tell us more about it, today with me is our Director of Volunteer Services, Amanda Richards, and she's going to tell you more.
Good morning, everyone. Hi. This is my first time here, and thank you for being so welcoming. I've gotten a chance to speak with some of you this morning, and I will definitely be back. So, as Pat mentioned, I'm in charge of our volunteer department. We work with both Palm Beach and Broward County. We have about 450 active volunteers currently. We have volunteers who do work with patients, and that's very important because when you're on hospice care, and a lot of times people are at hospice at home or in an assisted living facility or in a care center, they may not have that family support around them. Their family might live up north. And having somebody as a companion to speak with them, to read to them, to play music for them is so, so important, and so something that will be memorable for them, as well as for the family that might be local or might not be. So we are looking for people to help us out in this way. It's only a few hours a week that we ask for. We have a full day orientation that we have frequently. We have one in Boca, and if we had enough people, we could even, do one here. If we had, let's say, 10 people or so who wanted to volunteer, we could come to where you are. I think that it's important to recognize our volunteers and appreciate them, and to make sure that they feel comfortable doing the work they're doing, and that we support that as an organization. So I have Chris Benfante here, who's one of our active volunteers. He's been with Trustbridge for about 6 months, and I feel like it's important for somebody who's actually been volunteering with us to share with you. So thank you so much, and Chris.
Hey everyone. Thanks for that. Not much of a public speaker, but I thought I'd share my experience with Trustbridge. It's been terrific. I actually retired a couple of years ago, and as I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to, planning retirement and actually experiencing retirement are not quite the same. I don't play golf. I was bored out of my mind. So I wanted to volunteer someplace, and I wanted to volunteer. I spent my life, I don't regret anything, but I spent my life helping high net worth people make more money, and which is great. Hopefully a lot of them ended up sharing, down the road. But I didn't want that to be my legacy, that I just made rich people richer. So in any event, My two parents died within 6 months of each other. In 2019, my dad had dementia, my mom had Alzheimer's, and I spent a lot of time as their primary caregiver working with them. And unfortunately, my mom was a flight risk. She actually had an ankle bracelet, so she couldn't, this was in Buffalo, New York, she couldn't wander outside the facility into the snow and so on. And my dad was in another part of the same facility, but they never got to see each other. And it was difficult, but I learned so much about hospice care. They both went into hospice care at the same time. The hospice nurse was just incredible. And it just made everything so much easier because my siblings and I just had so many questions. We just didn't understand. It wasn't my first experience with death, unfortunately, because I'm 67 years old and I lived during the 80s and 90s in New York. It was caregivers, when they get to that point, they have nowhere to go. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to navigate finding assisted living facilities and dealing with estate planning. And a lot of them can't afford the assisted living facilities. We all know that. But I just knew that there was a real need from my experience. And I decided that I would try to help people in that situation. So a lot of what I do, I have hospice patients that I work with, but I find that a lot of what I do is dealing with the patient's primary caregiver. A lot of times the patient is incapable of talking, doesn't want to talk, or whatever, and a lot of times it's the wife that's there, and she just needs some time off. You know, she needs to go to the grocery store to get her hair done, her nails done, take a nap, do whatever. But a lot of times they just want to converge. They just want to talk to somebody. And I make sure it stays light. I mean, they have plenty of people to commiserate with them, all of them. They have other family, most of them, or other friends that they can cry with and be sad with and that kind of thing. But I try to cheer them up. I go there and I ask them to tell me about their marriage, tell me about their favorite trips, tell me about their best experiences they had with their spouse. And the joy that bubbles up when they do that is so amazing. And, things they hadn't thought about, trips they had taken decades ago they hadn't thought about. And they'll take, I see a lot of photos, they'll take out a lot of photo books and show you different things. And the same with the patients too. The patients, some of them are lucid, and they just kind of want to hang out, while the wife is gone, or while the husband's gone, and talk. We'll watch TV, we'll joke around, we'll do whatever. Try to keep it light, and it's incredibly enjoyable, and I feel so much gratitude that I'm able to help these people. If I can put a smile on their face for, the hour that I'm there, and I can't change the patient, I can't cure the patient, I can't do anything like that, but I do what I can, and hopefully I'm helping them and supporting them in whatever they need. A lot of times sometimes it's a situation of just, they have nothing in order, no DNR, no healthcare proxy, no will. Some of them are living alone, some of them don't have next of kin. That's sort of legacy planning as well. But it's a terrific opportunity for those of you who, some people like to play pickleball, which is great. Some people like to golf. Sometimes they do a lot of active things like that in their spare time. I do as well, but for me, it felt like I wanted to do something to give back. I remember how difficult it was with my family, and I wanted to relay what I learned by doing that with it. And some are LGBTQ, some are not, but everybody needs the same thing.
Okay.
Thank you. Miss Blanca. Miss Blanca, let's draw for our 50-50 first, and have somebody hold the ticket, and then Pat and Crossbridge have donated some candy and goodies. And we have the...
I think the tickets are for Halloween. Got it right here?
That was yesterday. I was in there and it was
That's the 50-50 winner. Miss Pat, you want to go and take up the winner for your candy and mug?
And by the way, the 50-50 is $113.
We have chocolates and we have a mug. And the winner is
One winner gets two.
764882427. 8427 are the last four digits.
Yellow ticket.
Yellow ticket. 8427.
Winner. And now we have a movie party from Flip. What is it, 4 tickets here? Ron, you want to pick the winner there?
Do not want to be responsible for somebody not winning. You want to read it out loud? Oh, sure. Excellent.
It's a white ticket. It's 3159353. 3159353.
One more time.
3159353.
Stick a yellow one. Is it? No? Really? Make me get put it back in.
Lose you lose.
It's a yellow ticket. 764-899-17.
No. Okay. Now let's read the 50-50
Four
winner.
tickets for the Flip Festival, and if you want to go on the website, it's www.fliff.com and come join us.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you. So here we go, the moment you've all been waiting for. All right, you ready? 7648, and it's a yellow ticket. Sorry, look at orange. 7648-9931. 9931, yellow ticket. 9931.
We have a winner.
I think we have a winner. Don't forget to turn your phones back on, please. Thank you.
Have a good week. Remember costumes next week. Thank you, Trustbridge. You can try, they'll probably get you.
Hi, if anybody's interested in volunteering, we have a sign-up sheet over there. If you have any questions, please contact. Thank you.
Trustbridge is staying for questions. Come on up to the front. Be safe. We'll see you next Tuesday.